Done following this fucking monkey.
Lantern.
Brass monkey. That chunky monkey.
Oh.
Brass monkey funky.
Boop, boop, beep, boop.
We're back.
Boop, boop,
This
beep,
is Digi
boop,
Bros.
Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop.
Brass monkey. That funky monkey. Brass monkey
That
chunky.
bitch took all my fucking oil.
Yep. What a bitch.
You piece of shit. Now I'm gonna have to steal it from that stupid bird with the afro, and he's gonna be all pissed at me.
Yeah.
Because fuck paying that bird. I'm gonna fucking pay that bird. Oh, you better make sure you remember that you saw that bridge here.
So this is the part of the game where you went through this entire area and now you're going through it again.
Yes. You went through as a dog, and now you're going through as a person.
And you don't find that redundant.
That's what I was saying. That's the only part that's redundant to me, is that you had to go through as a dog. Now you have to go through as a dude. And it's just like you didn't learn that much as a dog. Like it's to familiarize your. Fuck that. Hell no. Fuck that bird. I ain't giving him money.
You're never gonna be able to go back there.
No, you can just keep going back and stealing more shit from the bird.
Isn't he mad like perpetually?
Yeah.
And then you got this stuff that happens before you even, not even in the temple.
Yes.
Getting stopped for some other shit.
Well, this is where he teaches you sword combat. This is the ghost of Link from Ocarina of Time. Just fucking rad, and he comes to you as a fucking skeleton, bro. And he's like, bro, I will teach you shit in front of this magic fucking castle in the clouds. Cause it's fucking sweet. Yes.
I think he's Link from the, cause if you look at the Zelda timeline.
This is from the failed
the adult timeline. Cause it's like the kids timeline is the one that's the world that prospered, but then there's the adult timeline where it fell apart or something like that. I don't know. The Zelda timeline doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yes, it's pretty
This
retarded.
is the ghost of adult Link from Ocarina of Time.
Ending
apparently.
blow. Aw, shit. It's fucking rad. And the music is awesome. Bing. Yes. Come on, bitch.
Well, we're now just quiet for some reason.
Finding the guy. Boom!
Oh, shitting on my face and cock.
Ended, motherfucker. He has no legs. He has ghosty legs and arms.
He's a
Boom!
White Walker.
Hell yeah. Aw, shit. Yeah, put that shit away. Fuck yeah. That ending blow. One of 6
This game speaks to the part of you that hasn't actually aged since this game came out.
Yes. I am still like 13 when I play this fucking game, man.
Wait, when did this game probably came out in 06?
I was like 13.
9 years ago?
Or 14. 13 or 14, something like that.
What are you now? 22?
I remember being in like 8th grade.
You're 22, right?
Yes.
Okay, then you were, 13.
Yes. Bitch.
God, this game is old. God, we're old.
I gotta knock this motherfucker on his ass so I can end him.
I think
Too easy to
I don't
kill.
remember if I mentioned this on Digi Bros or not.
Flap.
But my friend Ghost Lightning, in the time that I knew him, in the time that we were friends, had a kid. He gave her the internet handle Buster Beam / at least at the time, and his daughter, and I went to the Philippines in 2011. I met her. She was a baby. She couldn't speak. She could walk, barely. Like she had just learned to walk. She would walk around at places, but she couldn't speak yet, beyond like 1 or 2 words. Just a tiny little baby, you know, running around, being a brat. She just started kindergarten.
Okay.
That baby is now in school.
Wow.
A baby who was born while I was an adult. I believe I was 18 when she was born. So now she's in school, And that means that for the rest of my life, I will know that she was born in the time since I was an adult.
Yeah.
So when she's going to high school, I will know that it's been the amount of time since I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
When she's in high school, that means I will be double the age I was when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
Like, when she's 18, I will be...
36.
What's that, 36? Yeah. So, like, I have a human marker for my aging.
Yes.
She represents my aging. So the fact that she's in school now means that I've been an adult long enough for someone to be in school now.
Yeah.
Who was born after I became an adult. When she gets to high school, that will be, you know, it'll continue from there. This is, for me, the worst part about this is that I give everyone shit for being older than me, if they're older than me. I've given Ghost Lightning so much shit. And mind you, at the time I went to visit him in the Philippines, this was pretty much the age he was at, was, you know, like, I was about half his age. He's, I want to say he's, how old is he now? Maybe 37 or 38 now?
No.
So, you know, less than twice my age. But at the time, it was pretty close. And I would make fun of him because I was like, you know, I was born the same year that Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out by,
boom, bitch!
By, Red Hot Chili Peppers, which he listened to in high school. You know, like, a lot of the music that he liked in high school came out the year I was born. So, that's gonna be me and his daughter.
Yeah.
It's almost like revenge, in a way. Like, I tortured him with my being young, and now his daughter's gonna torture me with her being young. And the worst is gonna be, whenever she's old enough to, like, hold a conversation, or when she has her own Facebook, you know, because I mostly keep up with Ghost Lightning through Facebook, him and his wife. So when she's at an age where she has a Facebook and I start seeing her posts, that's when I'm gonna feel real fucking old. When this kid, who I, as an adult, had on my lap as a baby, when she's at an age where she can Facebook and post about whatever, like, political beliefs she has.
It's just like when we hang out with mom and dad and they'll have some friend who's just like, oh yeah, I used to change you guys' diapers when you were babies. And I'm just like...
And to us, it means nothing.
Exactly.
You know? We're just like, oh, well, you're old, of course. You know? But, like...
To them, it's gotta be like, what the fuck? You're an adult now.
I've met people who...
And all of a sudden,
like, you know, people who, like, babysat us as kids, and they were, like, 15 at the time.
Yeah.
Which, to us, they were adults.
Yes.
But now we're like, you were 15? I remember when I was 15, I felt like a fucking child, you know? Like...
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it'll be weird. Even with, like, because with Shade, it's not as jarring, because Shade's grown up right in front of our eyes, you know, like, we've seen him grow up, so it's not as, like, oh, wow, Shade is suddenly an adult now. But, my dad has this friend, Wee Chin, who is, like, friends of the family since about the time Shade was born, and he has 3 kids, the oldest of whom, is Shade's age, Jasmine, and then she, like, her 2 little brothers, who are both fairly close in age, and so, like, I only see them every so often, and, like, I remember Jasmine as a little kid, and now she's, like, a grown-up who's, like, this, like, hardcore vegan, who's got, like, all these, like, community service hours, and, like, she's this, you know, she's, like, got, like, scouted to go to, like, VL, or VCU, or whatever school she's going to, like, you know, like, super valedictorian student, super, like, bleeding heart, like, a person in general. And it's just like, you used to be a fucking kid. What happened, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. When it starts being babies that I held in my lap as an adult who are doing shit like that, that's when I'm gonna be like, I'm old, it happened, I'm there, you know? Which won't be so bad if I do have kids of my own, because then I'll, like, by then, because I'll be like, oh, whatever, I have kids, of course I'm old, you know? Like, I think I will immediately, if I have kids, I will immediately resign myself to the idea that I am old. Like, it will just feel like it'll wash over me. I'll be like, oh, well, I'm officially old now, you know? But, like, if I don't have kids by then, I'm just gonna be like, what have I done? I've gotten old.
It's quite charming to me that you have such thoughts and concerns over human things like aging and mortality and like having kids and shit.
How
and,
do
like,
you not
being
think
old.
about getting old?
I don't think about it.
You never think
I don't
about
think
the
about
fact that
getting
you're
old.
getting old?
I don't think about having kids.
It's because you're too young. You're not old enough.
Am I not? Am I not old
Well,
enough? I just really don't care, I think is the thing, and I wouldn't mind being an
No.
older dude. Like, it seems cool.
I don't mind being an older dude. It's
Yeah.
just weird to
Just
get
don't
old
think
after a
about it.
lifetime of making fun of people for being old.
Now, I never made fun of people for being old.
But it's
So-
also, I think you have a lot less encounters with like younger people than I do. Where like, because you mostly hang out with people like your
Go to
age or
college,
older.
dude, people who are 18 feel like children now. It's weird. when I'm on ODU campus, it's like you can see the freshmen and they look
Right.
like children. And you're like,
That's
this
how
is
I felt
weird.
when I went to your school that time.
You're just like everybody here is fucking young.
You took me to school with you for some reason, and I was like waiting around, and I was like, I feel like an old man, especially because I look older than I am when I have this beard. Like when I'm shaved, I look like a fucking 18-year-old. When I have a beard, I look like a 30-year-old. It's like
Yeah.
the fastest way for me to change my age is just whatever level of beard I have. But
It's like I see these new students and shit, and they're all wide-eyed and like seem really naive, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? Like, when did this happen? When did everyone become so young?
yeah. But I just like
High schoolers look like fucking babies.
the older I get, the high schoolers look like babies, and it's so weird because when I was in high school, they all looked old.
Exactly, everyone just looked
Like
old.
I
in high
felt like
school.
such a kid in high school that everyone looked older than me, and now I go there and I'm like, what's happening? You're all like children.
All look like fucking babies, man.
It
awful.
immediately makes you understand why adults are so like derisive towards teenagers and why they think they don't understand anything. Because like, you know, when you're a teenager, you feel like you're, well, I'm basically like almost an adult, and then when you're an adult and you look at a teenager, you're like, who's this fucking 8-year-old? You know, like teenagers just look like these little kids.
You know, I'm fucking hanging out with monkeys and shit, man. This game is insane. Age and shit, bro.
I don't know. I guess I think about it more than most people.
Yeah.
But I have time to think about dumb shit, so.
I just feel like I don't think about it, like, particularly. Like, I feel like your average person probably does think about that shit.
It was the moment that I literally went onto Facebook and Ghost Lightning has a picture of him and his daughter, and she's in a uniform about to go to school, and he's like, taking my daughter to school for the first day ever, and I was like, wait, I didn't think she could speak, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, not only can she can speak well enough to go to school. Oh.
Burn this web, bitch. No lefty web. Sweet. Look at the way you push the doors and they roll in. It's fucking rad. Ah! Kill that guy. Getting shit done, man. This is Zelda, bitch. Continue.
I don't know if this would happen on CRTs, but I just hate the aliasing on everything in this game. Which is what I would say of every Wii game has this problem. Every Wii game has the super pixel borders. I don't know if it's just because it's an HD TV and like, you know, these games are made
Wii
for...
is just weak.
But like, I don't feel like the GameCube had this
Yeah.
problem as severely. Like it's like they tried to make more detailed textures and yet they just don't work for these games, you know.
Son of a bitch.
The Wind Waker didn't have this problem.
Oh, Jesus. Woo! Boom, wrecked.
I guess what I really hate more than anything is anytime a game that has that problem has grass. Because that is entirely what ruined, what's it called? Xenoblade Chronicles for me. Was that you would go into like this epic vista that's beautifully designed, and then everywhere is just aliased, shitty looking grass. Like everywhere. You know, like the whole environment is covered in waist high grass where you can see every pixel, and it just looks like a still image that's been put in the middle of a 3D environment for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why would you fill
Wreck.
this beautiful environment with shit that looks like garbage?
Oh, this game was cool to me. Maybe I'm just used to it.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well, I'm excited to see you play this game past this temple because I've never been past this temple.
Yeah.
And I've never really watched you play this game at length, so I don't
That's
really
true,
know
yeah.
most of the game.
Man, I am hyped. I love this game.
I want to see all these new environments that might make me go, oh, that place is really cool.
Oh, the snow place is awesome.
And
The
since
desert's cool.
it's become increasingly apparent that I'm never gonna fucking play this game all the
Yeah,
way
you're
through,
not.
I might as well just watch you do it.
Watch me do it. Watch me fucking enjoy myself, because I'll enjoy myself way more than you would playing this game.
You know what, man? I don't feel too bad, cause like, there's games like this or Dark Souls and all that other shit that everybody loves. And everybody talks about like, oh man, I can't believe you haven't beat that game yet. But you know, games I like, no one plays that shit. How many people? I mean, you played it, but how many people have played fucking Chantilly's?
Yeah.
I loved that game.
Exactly.
You know, I talk about it and people are like, oh, it's just some,
played it too. I don't think you beat it.
it's just
though.
some indie game he played. No, man,
That
it's like
game's
one of my
great.
favorite games.
It's pretty.
No one
fucking
played
rad.
fucking Chantilly's. So next time someone's like, ew, why haven't you beat Dark Souls? I'll be like, well, why haven't you beat Chantilly's?
It's like, it'll take you a fucking afternoon, like if you're good.
It can take a few days if you like play through the levels more than once and try to get all the stuff, you know, like I did.
These motherfuckers. Man.
You know, people, why haven't you played Mario? Well, why haven't you played Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams?
Yeah, bitch.
I made videos on both of those games, and no
Connor
one
doesn't
gave a
need to
fuck.
deal with your mainstream fucking bullshit games.
This is a problem I have in like every facet of my life, where like I'm so used to people not liking the shit I like that I don't really complain that much when people don't watch the stuff I do or do the stuff I do, but then like they get on my case about it and I just kind of let them, you know. Sort of like
Just fuck
you
it.
know, Trevor getting on me about not knowing this or that musician. It's like, oh, they were so influential, and it's like, yeah, but you don't listen to any of the shit I like at all. You know, if I harped on you for not knowing Coheed and Cambria, you'd be like, what the fuck ever, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just because you think it's important doesn't mean that I have to think it's important. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And same goes for anime and games and everything. Like, I don't really harp on people for not engaging with the stuff I like, because partly because I feel like no one would have time. You know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and recommend you shove all my games down your throat. You know.
I think for me, it's musicals, man. No one takes musicals seriously.
Yeah.
And like, I was just sitting in a film class the other day, and like, my teacher had said some really general thing about musicals, and I was just pulled some analysis out of my ass, and just like, I'm like, no one in this class knows what I'm talking about. No one in this class can appreciate what I'm saying about musicals. It has probably ever put a deep thought into musicals at all. But it's like, I am into musicals. I see the depth in musicals. You know, I understand the complexities of musicals.
Right.
And it's like, it's an interesting thing to me.
And I completely get why people would say, like, oh, but it's influential, and therefore it's important about certain stuff. But it's like, I feel like when something's influential, it's more important to know why it's influential than it is to actually watch it, you know? I still haven't seen The Godfather. And
Godfather's
like,
pretty good.
yeah.
Everyone likes The Godfather 2 more, but I disagree.
That's not everybody. It's not considered as much of a classic. Godfather is still considered like the greatest film of all time.
It's pretty, like, it's just non-stop, like, action, and it's just badass.
But, you know, and I guess I'm not, like, a huge film guy, so it's not that surprising that I haven't seen it. But, like, you know, if someone came at me about not having seen The Godfather, I would come at them about not having seen Speed Racer. And, you know, people would be like, well, it's not the same, Godfather is important and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but Speed Racer is my favorite movie, and no one's seen it.
Everyone treats it like shit.
Right, and everyone
like,
acts...
I even had people in film classes make fun of Speed Racer. I'm like, dude,
because they haven't seen it.
Awesome.
No one's...
Yeah.
It's just like K-On!, where people dismiss it out of hand because they've heard that it's not good, or like they heard that it's just cute girls doing cute things, and they watch the first episode and they go, oh, well, this isn't my thing. It's like, you don't know shit about K-On! You haven't seen it. You didn't watch the whole show. You know? You don't know shit about Speed Racer if you haven't watched the movie. It's a fucking phenomenal movie, you know? Like, no review that came out at that time when that movie came out did any justice to what that movie is, you know?
And people don't seem to get what it was and what it was going for.
And if you can watch the first 10 minutes of that movie and try to tell me that you think that movie had nothing going for it, I would think you were insane.
No.
Like, I don't care if you don't like it. You cannot watch the first 10 minutes of that movie and tell me that that was not a fucking technical achievement, what they did there, you know? Yeah. That's it for this episode of Digi Bros.
Hey!
You can introduce the next one.
What the fuck's up? This is Digi Bros. We're fighting this big old piranha.
It's a Mario.
Trash this motherfucker. Get it!
I was kind of hoping to end the play session after the last video, but I
figured we'd just do the forest simple.
I don't know how long
I do gotta go to
it's
bed.
gonna be.
But...
It's currently 3 in the morning.
Fuck.
Do you
Thought
want
it was more like 2.
Do you want to just stop and like?
Well, let
pick
me
this up?
beat this boss.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll just throw this in at the end of the last episode.
All right.
After you beat this guy.
Yeah. Boom, bitch.
Dude,
He's got.
there you go.
Yay.
What time do you have to be up tomorrow?
10.
Or today, rather.
10 a.m.
That's when you have to wake up?
Not bad, yeah.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Like 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's.
I'm gonna save the monkey.
This is actually.
I don't want to stop.
Bros.
I don't want to stop.
Dude, you've never been this excited for one of these, ever.
I love this game.
Victor usually like.
Look, I got all this parade of monkeys.
Usually around the
They're
2
so
hour
fucking
mark,
happy,
we have to
man.
like force Victor to keep playing the game, or he'll be
Yes.
like, all right, we're winding down. We already played an hour and a half of Splatoon, and we're now 2.5 hours into this game.
It does not feel like 2.5 hours. It feels like it's been 10 fucking minutes to me because I love this game.
Not to me. It's felt exactly like 2.5 hours. And I told you it would take over 3 hours to get through this fucking temple.
Well, I haven't been doing it like super burned through it
whatever.
fast. I've done it faster than this.
Alright.